Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. We are Drunken Pilot here, and we're going to go ahead and go from San Diego to Long Beach. All right. So, let's go ahead and get this aircraft on.
Lindbergh, clearance delivery, Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 ready to
All right,
copy.
our co-pilot is going to start blabbing here in a second. Go ahead and get that
Airbus Alpha Sierra
ATC
X-ray 320 cleared to Long Beach Airport as filed.
All right, everybody. So, again, thank you for joining in on this. I am the Drunken Pilot, and first things first, we got ourselves a nice cold Miller Lite, and that is going to be our beverage.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 with whiskey ready to taxi IFR.
All right. Second thing second, if you end up enjoying this content, I'd really appreciate you to subscribe to this channel. It'd really make a big difference if you guys support me. I'm just starting out, brand new to filming, brand new to everything like that. And so this is going to be a little awkward. It might be a little awkward at first, just narrating and doing all of that. If you can't already tell, I don't have a professional microphone, so if the audio gets a little weird, I apologize. And also, I do prefer doing this in VR. However, my PC is just not good enough. It's not strong enough to support good quality content in VR while filming, running the VR, and also running this hell of a game, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. All right, so let's jump into it. It looks like ATC is telling us to take off runway 27, climb and maintain 7,000. So our altitude's going to go up to 7,000 here. 7,000. We'll go ahead and click on that in just a second to lock it in. Okay, let's back up here. It looks like they requested a pushback, and they told us that we're good to start taxiing, because clearly we don't need a pushback here. All right, let's go ahead and take off these parking brakes here. We'll go ahead and set our flaps to 5. We don't need to turn our strobe and beacons on just yet. We don't need any taxi lights, landing lights. We don't want to blind anybody. We'll turn our logo lights on. Seatbelts need to be on. No smoking, nicotine, and marijuana. However, if you're at home, you can light up. I don't care. All right, so now that we have that good to go, we want to be going to 7 left. Sorry, not 7 left. We'll be landing at 7 left. Runway 27, which is going to be over there. All right, so let's go ahead and throttle up here. Keep in mind, I am recording this narration here. And so I don't have any sound. You have sound. I don't have any sound. So if people start yapping at me and I'm ignoring it, like ATC's yapping at me and I'm completely ignoring it, it's not because I'm actually ignoring it, it's just because I can't hear it. So I'm going to try my best to keep this ATC up and not ignore them or ignore my autopilot telling me if I'm overstressing. Okay, so we got our altitude set right here. Let's go ahead and turn on our flight director. Now, I'm not a pro at Microsoft Flight Simulator. I have been doing it for a while, but you know, I'm not a real life pilot or anything like that. I just enjoy aviation and like to have fun here on Microsoft Flight Simulator. I love VR. I wish I could do this in VR. I'm going to play with the settings a little bit as well with the recording software. See if maybe I can't get an acceptable content out of VR, because the standard version it's not fun to watch. It's definitely not fun to fly in as well. I mean, it's fun to fly in, but it's not anywhere close to as fun. Don't mind these textures right here. It looks good from the air, but when you're on the ground, it looks like you're in Afghanistan or something, just blowing up buildings and stuff. Alright, so we got ourselves clearance to take off. We're going to go ahead and get on the runway here. There's a sharp turn. Once we're on the runway, we're going to go ahead and turn our lights on. The idea behind not turning your strobe beacon lights on or your landing lights, you don't want to blind anybody on the ground. You know, all those things are for when you're in the air. People know that you're in the air, so they don't no collisions or anything like that. But when you're on the ground, people can see you. Alright, so we got our strobe lights on, we got our beacon lights on. Landing lights need to be all the way on. We don't need taxi lights or anything. Excuse my sniffling. We got clearance for takeoff. So I'm going to shut up so you guys can hear these badass engines. Engines are in the green. Full throttle. Keep us airline here. Engines are in the green. 120 knots. 140 knots. You want to rotate. Go ahead and nose up, easy. Avoid tail strikes. Nice and airborne.
119.6 for Airbus 320. SoCal departure Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320 is passing 800 feet, climbing 7,000 feet.
Set our altitude. Okay, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we're on climb mode right here. Perfect. And it is a nasty day in San Diego. Alright, go ahead and put these flaps up one notch at a time. Give us some room to speed up. Alright, second notch. Now we're looking like we're getting close to stalling, but we'll be fine once we start picking up some speed. Excuse my sniffling. Allergy season, you know. Let's see what's going on outside. No, can't see jack. We're in the cloud. It's not a good day. Typically in the morning at the beach, the overcast is in, and then the sun will come out and burn it all away, and we're catching it at the nasty time. Let me, I know we're not live settings, but I really want you guys to enjoy watching this. So, let me turn off the live weather here, and let's enjoy the scenery, okay? That's what it's all about. We'll put some clouds in. Put some clouds in here. Go. Now that's pretty. Look at that. Got to be careful flying over water like this. So I don't know if I said this already, but we're going to be staying about 7,000 pretty much the whole way through. We are flying IFR, low altitude. So low altitude airways, chilling at IFR. It looks like we're at 5,000 feet. I don't know why we're not going up to 7. Let me click that again. There we go. We should start ascending now up to about 7,000. I'm surprised the ATC hasn't gotten on our ass about that. So anyways, let's see how far we are from our destination. Looks like we're about a little over 60 knots. It's gonna come up pretty quick. But you know what? We are cruising through at altitude. I think it's time to shotgun a beer. What do you guys say?
575 Airbus Tree 20.
All right,
Los Angeles Center Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray Tree 20 is passing 6,400 feet, climbing 7,000 feet.
Before ATC starts getting all mad at me, I'm gonna go grab a beer. I'll be right back. Alright, we got ourselves a shotgunned beer up inside of us. I apologize, the mic was not running when I shotgunned the beer. Next time, I will make sure that the mic is running. And eventually, if I get enough investment into this channel, I will make sure that I have myself a little camera right here so you guys can see me shotgunning the beer. Alright, so let's get these clouds a little bit higher. I want you guys to be able to see everything. The density doesn't need to be. And let's go ahead and do sunset. What do you say? A nice sunset landing. Okay. All right. We are approaching our destination here. Zoom that out. All right, so there's only actually, I believe, one runway over here at Long Beach. So what's going to happen is it's going to take us right there to, if you look, it's going to take us right here to like the very point of the runway. But the runway is actually facing, I believe, like this way. So when we come over here, we're going to have to veer off just a tad so we can circle in and get that nice executed landing. Now, just a little conversation in here. Oh, let's get a good view going first before I start this. Alright, first and foremost, I want to be numbers. Showcase. Let's get it to... Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Make sure this ATC. Alright, so I feel like an idiot, but I flew from Phoenix to LA this morning in VR. I should have done a test, but I didn't. And it turns out that the VR quality was terrible and definitely could not release it. So then I decided, alright, I'm going to fly conventional mode, and we're going to go from San Diego to LA. Shorter flight. Didn't want to do a whole flight from Phoenix to LA again. So we did. And I figured out that I wasn't recording it. Traditional mistake and totally rookie mistake. So this time I made sure I am recording the flight, and an even shorter flight from San Diego to Long Beach. Now, next time we get in here, I want you guys to let me know, what times should I fly, where should I fly, what should I fly, so I can kind of get an idea of what people want. I got some ideas in the future of where I want to go, what time I want to go, and what I want to fly it in. And so, excuse my dog in the background. I'll start off with that kind of stuff and then let you guys kind of guide me from there. Alright, we have to be approaching here pretty soon, so I'm going to get back into the cockpit. Let's get back into the cockpit, get out of here. We're going to put our ATC over here, just in case we need it. Okay, look around, back out. Gosh, I freaking love VR. I hope I can find a way to make it work so you guys can look at something that doesn't look like it's being filmed with a potato. Alright, let's take another sip here. Okay, we got a half a beer here and one shotgun, so we might have to do some drinking games out of this too, and you guys can drink along with me. That's kind of the whole point. Have ourselves some beers and see if we can't land these bad boys. Alright, so we're still under 7,000 feet, so our landing lights are going to be on this entire time. Or, I'm sorry, we're under 10,000 feet, so our landing lights are going to be on this entire time. If we were above 10,000 feet, we could turn them off, no big deal. Alright, I'm going to see if I can't lighten this bad boy up just a little bit. Should I have dome lights on, maybe? That looks good. Alright, so we still haven't made it to 7,000? No, well, it shows that we're 7,000. It's probably our biometrics. Did they give us biometrics? They should have. Biometric, they would give us the biometrics here, but I guess not. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Alright, we're getting pretty close. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to start our final approach here. Hopefully they give us instructions to start descending here pretty soon. Sometimes the ATC can be funky about that. It seems like they don't understand that, we need more time to descend in order to take our speed into consideration so we don't overstress the airplane. You know, we don't descend from 30,000 feet when we're like 40 knots out. Stupid. I'm not saying they did that exactly. I'm sort of exaggerating a little bit, but you guys know what I mean. I had it when I first did this from Phoenix to LA. I had to take it off autopilot so I can descend manually at a expedited rate, and I almost overstressed the aircraft. Okay, so descend and maintain 4,000. So let's go ahead and descend to 4,000 feet here. We are descending to 4,000 feet. We're going to land runway 30. So.
Going to 125.35 Airbus.
Looks like they changed it. We were supposed to land runway 27, but now they're telling us 30.
Is passing 6,800 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
Well, we're landing at the airstrip that's going to be right in front of us, whether that's 27 or 30. ATC can suck it. Okay, let's go ahead and get a visual while we're descending here. Look at that sunset. Wow. This is why I like flying at sunset or sunrise on the East Coast. The clouds, really sharp looking. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be our landing strip right here. So we're going to switch to manual here, autopilot off, auto throttle off, and we're going to go ahead and start turning to the right a little bit. We can go ahead and put on 1 notch of flaps. We're going to overstress it, but that's okay. We're at a point where we're going to slow down here pretty quickly. I'm sure he's yelling overstress a lot right now. Okay. Alright, no more overstress. We're going to drop down to about 180 knots. And we're going to go ahead and put another notch of flaps
3,000 feet Airbus 320.
180. Second notch of flaps. We're still descending here. We need to get down to about 3,000. That's okay. We can do it pretty quickly. Hopefully people aren't getting all sick in the back. Another notch of flaps here. See, this is the thing. I can't see the runway. If I had VR, I'd be able to, you know, move in and be able to look beyond this blind point right here. Okay, so there's our runway. We can see it. We can start turning a little bit. Okay, make sure we are not stalling the aircraft. So we're going to stay about 160 right there. 160 is our sweet spot. Keep churning until we can get out of this blind spot right here. This is why I do not like flying out of VR. Keep on going.
Tower on 119.4 Airbus 320. Long Beach Tower Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 32011 miles southeast inbound ILS runway 30 approach.
I think it just got just light enough to where
cleared ILS runway 30 approach Airbus 320.
That wouldn't make any sense because this guy over there. Alright, anyways, I think I see the landing strip. So we're going to have to start descending a little further. last notch of flaps, gear down and locked. There it is. Okay, now lift back up. Okay, make sure we're not stalling. We're going to stay about 160 until we get we're going to stay about 160 until we get to a little bit closer to the airstrip. Alright, so we're about 3,000 feet. That's pretty good. Alright, go ahead and start descending a little bit more. Throttle back. We want to look at about 140. 140 knots is a good speed to land the Airbus A320. It's probably picture perfect.
2,500.
I would say 140 to 160 is your sweet spot. Anything above 160 is you're gonna probably blow a tire unless you land it very smoothly. Okay, we're at 140 and we want to stay right there. Don't want to go below 140.
Cleared to
We
land
can,
runway 30 Airbus
we can get too
320.
close to stalling it out. Okay, everything is looking good. We got our clearance. We have full flaps, gears down and locked. Everything's looking good. Now we just got to put it down. Sorry again for the sniffling. It's probably freaking annoying. Make sure we get center lined here. This middle screw is a good point of reference of where where you want to line up the middle line. Or center line, excuse me. And it looks like we're a little high, so we need to start getting down, which means we're going to pick up speed, which means we need to throttle back a little bit.
1,000.
Okay, there we go. Now we're starting to look a little better. Throttle back up just a little bit, stay at that 140. Try to get that middle screw right there into a center line. Alright, we are 2 whites, 2 reds, which means we are perfect altitude for this landing. We want to keep on that.
400.
I forget what it's called. It's hard for me to multitask as well. Okay, so we're throttling back just a little below 140. It shows that we're a little too low, but it's fine. We're looking good. We want to stay away from that red line. Don't want to stall this plane out yet. Alright, we're looking to flare here pretty soon.
60.
Okay, we're going to go back to idle speed
40.
and pick that bad boy up
20.
to get a nice flare.
Retard.
Okay, we touch down. Now we want to turn on these reverse thrusters. Reverse thrusters. Should be full reverse thrusters. Yep. Braking this bad boy. Looks like we're gonna get this line right here. Okay. Reverse thrusters off. Now we can start moving. Okay.
133.0 for Airbus.
We're gonna taxi to a random gate. I don't really feel like finding out exactly where the ATC wants me to go. So I'm gonna go to just a random gate over here. And hopefully next video I put out, it will be a good quality content in VR. That might just not be possible with the setup that I have. I have a nice computer. It's still a Series 10 NVIDIA graphics card. I have about 24 gigabytes of RAM and an i7 Intel processor. So, you know, it's not the best setup. It could definitely be more powerful, but it's not. So I'm just gonna have to live with it until I can afford to get some better pieces for my computer so I can put out more quality content. But until then, I hope you guys can just enjoy what I have to offer and my narration here. Hope it's not too annoying. We're gonna go over here and pretend like we're getting fuel or something. I don't even know if this is a fueling depot, but oh, look, I see a small aircraft over here. Looks like a little private area. Doesn't matter. We're gonna park this bad boy over here. Somebody's already in that spot, of course. Alright, well, hey everybody, I really appreciate you watching. Please subscribe again if you enjoy this, and let me know what you guys want from me, and I will try to make it happen. Also, the last thing that I want to say here is cheers to everybody. Drunken Pilot is out.